Shalom, everybody. I have good news for you, and then I have great news for you. So what's the good news? Shtisel is returning at the end of March. Reb Shalom, Kiba, Gitti, all your favorite Shtisel characters. March 25th, coming back to New York and all of America. But here's the better news. The better news is that we are here to tell you that we are planning for the reopening. We're on the glide path now of reopening our synagogue. And with all caution and with all the greatest concern for the well-being of every one of us, we're preparing to reopen our doors for Shabbat and hopefully for more to follow. I want to take your attention back a week ago, just a week. It's not that long ago, people. It was the night that we read the Megillah. It was Purim night. And in that eternal story, there's a moment that captures everyone's attention. In the most difficult, challenging, frightening, vulnerable of times, Queen Esther says to her uncle Mordecai, gather the people together and pray for the success of her mission to save the Jewish people. And from that moment on, and actually, if you look historically, it goes right back to the Torah in a portion that we'll be reading next week, Vayakel, bringing everybody together. This is the way it's always been for us. In the most difficult times, in the most joyous times, in the happiest of times, the greatest moments of celebration, we've come together, we've pulled together, because that force that draws us together is one of the greatest forces built into the cosmos, the force that keeps the Jewish people together. It's a long time. It's been a long time, too long that since we've been together as a congregation. But we're on the path, and with God's help and with the help of all these incredibly brilliant scientists, with our government pushing every single day to get those vaccinations out, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to the time that we can be together in prayer, see our faces, see everyone's faces, hear the voices, feel the synagogue, the whole building begin to pulsate with activity. We look forward, I look forward to being back with you. We're going to continue, hopefully, to increase the number of people who will be allowed to attend. Of course, our Health and Safety Committee, which has been, for us, our Bible over the last year, they're going to be guiding us, and we're grateful for that, because they have taken every precaution that we have needed to take to keep us all safe. But we're going to get there. We're going to come back to where we belong. So let me say to everybody, Bruchim Habaim, welcome home. We've missed you. We want to be back together with you, and that can't happen soon enough. So remember, Shtisel at the end of March, but before that, MJC. Now it's my pleasure to turn it over to Howard Tiegel, our president.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. So yes, we are coming back. We are coming back in person, and we will start this Shabbat with 25 people in person. And God willing, within the next few weeks, we will elevate that number to 50, and we'll go from there. But I wanted to add a thought, to simply add this thought, that all of us in the leadership of the congregation, the clergy, our rabbis, our cantor, the professional administrative staff, our health and safety committee, that wonderful committee that has guided us so well. And all of our officers and board members, all of us are exceedingly and deeply committed to everyone's well-being, as we really have been every step of the way since the pandemic started last March. When we think about our re-entry, our coming together again as a community, as a congregation, we will be guided by, we have been guided by, we will continue to be guided by this unwavering principle that everybody's health and safety is paramount over every other consideration. So we are making these initial steps towards a return to normality. And we do hope that with more and more of us having access to the vaccine in the coming weeks, and with the weather warming, that the number of new cases of the virus will continue to shrink. And when that happens, we will look to increase our capacity at in-person services beyond the 50. Of course, while also being mindful of the possible need to reverse course if it's necessary, guided by the numbers and guided by our committee. And of course, we will continue to communicate with you, and along the way, we'll be most appreciative of your input and your support. And of course, we thank you very, very much for your patience and understanding during these most difficult days. The days are getting brighter. And thank you again for all of your support. And now let me turn it over to Rabbi Dermer.
Thanks, Howard. Shalom, everybody. As Rabbi Klein mentioned, as Howard mentioned, we are just so thrilled to be taking these steps and so looking forward to sharing the magic of Shabbat, our services, our events with you together in person as they're meant to be celebrated. And we miss you. We miss seeing your faces. It's great to see you over Zoom. It really is. But we can't wait to see you in person. I just want to add, though, to this conversation, one small point, which is this. We recognize that not everyone feels safe jumping back into in-person events. Not everyone feels ready to take that step and rejoin us indoors in our sanctuary. We get that, certainly. And so we want to still continue with many opportunities for you to share in the joy of Shabbat and to share in the joy of Jewish ritual life and our holidays, all of the events that we'll have remotely and from the safety of your home, still from the comfort of your home. We're going to keep Kabbalat Shabbat as it has been on Friday nights at 6 o'clock over Zoom. And it's really a fun and energetic service. You can hear the cantor's voice and the cantor's ruach coming through your computer screen, and it lifts you up on a Friday night. And so if you haven't joined us for that service recently, give it a try and join us for that. We'll continue on Zoom, Kabbalat Shabbat. And also going forward and beginning this week, we'll have our virtual Kiddush, which many have come to enjoy, starting at noon. So we'll come back from the sanctuary, and all join together on Zoom to make hamotzi, to share in the blessing of Kiddush, and to just take moments to see each other, to chat about the week, to kibitz a little bit, as we know it, as Jews were meant to, and to have a l'chaim and to enjoy each other's company in that way on Shabbat afternoon. So whether you'll be joining us in person, whether you'll be connecting with us remotely, in any case, we can't wait to share our love of Judaism with you. And we certainly hope that you'll find our services to be meaningful and uplifting, however you connect to them. We're looking forward to all that is to come. So wishing everybody safe rest of the week. God bless. And as Rabbi Klein said it, Bruchim Aba'im, to those who are coming back, welcome back.
Bruchim Aba'im, everybody. We're looking forward.